Hi, we're Begin Again. I'm Angel.
I'm Marissa. Morgan.
And I don't have a life, so I made up a game where there's 16 questions and we're each going to answer 3. We're going to go, one at a time. And then we're all going to pick one at the end and we're going to answer that one all together. We're all going to give our answer. Okay, so pick one, Morgan.
Something that gives you hope. Okay, so I answer this?
Yes.
Something that gives me hope?
This is gonna sound like really like...
It's okay. This is a game for them to find out more about us, so.
Yamada kind of gives me hope.
Aww.
Okay, no. You're thinking like, oh, because she loves him. It's like, when I read like his articles, like he talks about learning Korean, and he's like an idol, and him being so busy and still studying Korean on the side, it gives me hope. Like, I'm not an idol, and I just work, and I think I'm so busy, and I don't have time to study my Japanese, but really I can study hard because he does so much work, but he still has time for it. That gives me hope.
Aww,
like I can do better.
But it's still sweet. I don't think I was like, aw, because you love him, but because it was sweet. Okay, you can just throw that down there or something. Okay. Where is it? Okay, something you like to do that most people don't know about. I am an open book, so in all honesty, I guess what most people don't know that I like to do is I like to do stuff like this. I like to plan a lot. I like to plan things for the future because I just get really bored, and even if I have homework to do, I just like to do this anyway because it's so much more fun to me. So I'll like make up games like this, or I'll just plan for like my future birthday or wedding or whatever because I'm weird like that. There you go. No, it's not.
Tell us about your celebrity crushes.
I was so glad Morgan didn't get this one.
I don't really have. You
What? You don't
have
have
a
a
single
celebrity
one?
crush?
No, I mean, I don't know. I used to think Nat Wolf was cute.
Nat Wolf?
From the Naked Brothers.
Oh,
Band.
he was in the
Shut up. I thought you said just Wolf. I was like,
No, Nat Wolf from the Naked Brothers.
Nat
Band.
Wolf.
Oh, I like Matthew Gray Goobler. He's from Criminal Minds. He's a
I was
nerdy
about
guy.
to say, who is he?
Cute.
I don't know him.
Is that it?
Yeah, he does like weird drawings online.
What about Josh Hutcherson and Ansel Elgort, which I probably said his name wrong.
Your question.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, how do you not even like them?
I mean, I like them, but they're not like my celebrity crush. Like,
Oh, okay.
not yours.
Sorry.
Okay. Tell us of your top 3 biggest flaws. I'm impatient. That's a big flaw. I should really be more patient. It's hard to think of them myself.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a personal question. Like, what do you think are your 3 biggest flaws?
I'm not that outgoing. Like, I want to be outgoing, but I can't be a lot of times. I'm too, like, shy, so that's another one. For 3, I have, like, low self-confidence. I should fix that, but it's hard.
No, it's okay. It's not like, hey, gonna be confident today.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm afraid of these questions. I even wrote them, and I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about your worst nightmare. Okay, literally, guys, I was, explaining the game to them, and this is the one I kept picking. Like, I picked it twice, so now this is the 3rd time. Okay, with the nightmare, I meant, like, literal nightmare, like, you've had nightmares. Okay, I have a repetitive one, and the ending is always different, but the beginning is, like, always the same. My mom becomes a zombie. And like, not just her, the whole world is like turned into crap with zombies. And my dad, for some reason, is a scientist, which he's not a scientist at all, so it doesn't really make sense. But he's a scientist, and he found the cure, but then he kills himself because he wants to be with my mom. So he kills he kills her, and then he kills himself so they can be in like heaven together. And then I'm stuck with my little brother, and I don't mean stuck with him, but you know, I'm stuck in a zombie apocalypse with my younger brother, and he's like one of the most important people to me. So it's always kind of a nightmare because I always have to like fight off zombies, and it always ends up different. He never dies, but sometimes I die, saving his life, or sometimes my romantic interest dies. And what?
Do you actually die in the dream though?
Yes.
Like you experience the death.
Yes.
I heard that if you die in your dream though, like it means you die in real life.
But I didn't.
I know, but I've always heard that. Like like
I mean.
like when you feel like you're falling off the cliff and you like kick. They say if you like ever hit the ground, it means you're really dead. Like I've heard that.
Oh really?
I've waken up from while I'm dying, like.
Like have you ever do you keep seeing it when you're dead?
What do you mean? Like no.
What happens? You wake up?
Like I'll just feel the them biting at me or something, and then I'll wake up. Like I don't know. I just heard that people are always like if you die. I don't know. Are you telling me?
I just read that somewhere. It's probably the internet. Don't believe everything on the internet. But I was just wondering.
Okay. But that's pretty much my worst nightmare because I always have to protect my brother, and I'm so scared for him because he's so much younger and I love him so much. So I have to take care of him, and I'm not good at that.
Tell us about your first crush.
Elementary school.
Yeah, I'm like, when was
It's
that?
all like the crush questions. I don't remember which one was first though.
I guess first grade. There was this guy that I used to chase at recess.
Oh, it was always like that.
Cooties!
And I remember chasing him like around the bench and pretending to like kiss him and like freak him out.
Probably scared the crap out of me. I did.
I remember he'd be like, no, and I'd be like,
Come here, let me touch you.
his name is Roy.
Roy.
So Roy, if you're watching,
Roy.
Marissa's still single. We're all still single. Single Roy. Roy.
Oh, Roy.
Tell us the scariest thing you've ever been through.
So this is your last question, so you should be happy.
Scariest thing I've ever been through. I don't have a really good memory, so I'm sure there might have been something, but I guess like, okay, it was the really recent thing. We were like, it really freaked me out. We were like sitting in the house, remember? And it was like 11 o'clock at night, and the knocking. Like that was really freaky to me.
Oh.
Like
I thought you were gonna talk about when you were at my house and you heard the voices.
oh, that's scarier.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, I can't remember well in the moment like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was here at her house, and then we're just like laying down and everyone's sleeping, and it's probably like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or something, and I just woke up. I was getting like hot and sweaty. And I woke up and I hear like this screaming in a foreign language, and like it was like murderous screaming, like someone was like taking an axe and screaming, but it was all in a foreign language I couldn't understand, and I was so scared to move. Like I couldn't let my feet get out of the covers because I was afraid someone was gonna come and like chop them off or something. And I was so scared that I couldn't wake anyone up, and I just sat there and listened to the screaming for like 2 hours. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
It
we
was
could
really
have literally
freaky.
died because she didn't decide to wake us
I
up.
was so scared.
We never found out what that was.
Yeah, I have no
No.
clue.
Yeah. Okay, this is my final question, so I'm a little nervous about it. Alright. Something that makes you really sad.
Oh,
Oh god.
of course you get that
Oh,
Fault in Our
okay.
Stars.
The Fault in Our Stars, yes. Actually, a lot of things make me sad. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But, I think love and, like, love movies and stuff like that are generally, like, the saddest things because love is such a beautiful thing, and then when love can't really happen, that makes me really sad. Like, if it's a movie with, you know, The Fault in Our Stars and people have cancer, and then they can't love each other. Or, you know, just something like that, where people, like, one person really loves somebody and then another one doesn't love them, and they're left heartbroken because they really love somebody. So like love movies and just love in general can make me really sad because I feel really bad for people and you know the experiences that people go through for that.
Something you obsess over.
She's got like all these like.
Yeah, like I was expecting these.
I don't know.
I know it's difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, albums. I obsess over albums. Like once I get like one album from an artist, I have to complete the collection. So like I gotta just.
Ooh.
Because I liked I liked some of the songs on Believe, so I had to get all of his albums because it's just something that I have to do, and I have a collection now.
So do you guys wanna answer what? All of us answer one question, or do you guys want us to all answer like 3 questions or something? Well, because this is like, if I choose this and we all read it and we all answer it individually. So do you want to do just one, or do you guys want to do 3 and we all answer all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so just choose one, but don't read it yet, and we'll all read it after we choose the one. Okay. Don't read it yet.
How do you do it?
Okay. And then,
Oh, I had been doing that.
That was like a good one.
okay. Yeah, because there's now, I think 3 that won't be answered. Okay, so open it and read.
Okay, something you've always wanted to do.
Okay, and we'll all answer like this. So go ahead.
Go to Japan. Go to Japan.
Is that what it, okay, you're just
Yeah,
gonna
I've always wanted to go to Japan. Live in Japan. Speak Japanese.
Okay, I've always wanted to help people. Just, you know, not help a certain amount of people, but just like help a good amount of people get equal opportunities and just live a happy life, because everybody deserves to be happy. Okay.
Hey everyone, sorry if the quality's different. My camera, like, honestly, friends being weird, so yeah.
We had to do it on the laptop, but that's totally fine because we're still here and we're still alive.
Yeah.
You know.
But continuing on from the something we've always wanted to do, I've always wanted to perform on a big stage with good sound quality, because some of the stages I have performed on are really sucky.
Quality.
Quality song.
Whatever. Alright, so I'm gonna read mine. Tell us of an embarrassing memory. Morgan's got this covered.
Okay, so
Can't remember one for me though. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just gonna think because I already know all your embarrassing stories. So I'll just think about my embarrassing stories.
Okay, so 8th grade, I ordered my first bento boxes, which is like a Japanese lunchbox from Japan, and I was so excited to like use them. So I didn't really have any traditional like Japanese food to put in it. So my mom was just like, let's pack you some chicken and some rice. And then she was like, do you want some broccoli? Because we had broccoli the night before, and I was like, sure. So I put the broccoli in there and we put it in the fridge. And then the next morning my mom had gone to work, and I was kind of a dumb kid, so I put the broccoli in the microwave and heated it up and put the top on it. And then I made miso soup in a thermos, and I went to school. And on the bus, everyone was like, oh my gosh, something like stinks, like someone like pooped their pants or something really, like it was the worst smell. And it was coming from my lunchbox, and I knew it was coming from my lunchbox. And I couldn't think of what it was, but I thought it was the miso soup. I don't know why. But, so I got into my lunch bag when we got to school, and I went to the toilets, and I dumped the miso soup out in the toilet. And then all these girls came in and they were like, oh my god, it stinks so bad in here. Like, someone took a number 2 or something. And I was so embarrassed. I was about to cry. I got up on the toilet and hid my feet so no one could see I was in the stall. And then after that, I finally figured out it was the broccoli that was like giving off this really bad scent. So I went to my teacher right away, and I hid it in my book bag, and I was like, my mom made me a really stinky lunch, can I throw it out? And she was like, oh sure, and the whole time I'm sure everyone could smell the stinky broccoli. And so I went back to my book bag to get the broccoli and throw it away, but the broccoli had all fallen out of the bento box all over my book bag, and it was stinky, and everyone was looking at me, and I had to get the broccoli out with my hands and throw it away. It was so embarrassing. And then like 3 months later, I found a piece of broccoli in my book.
Oh, jeez.
It was so bad.
Oh, sorry, Morgan.
Ah.
Okay. For me, I have a lot of embarrassing period stories, but I'm not gonna gross you out with those because you already got that one. But okay, it was like a month ago. We went to the beach.
Oh no!
That's why I looked at you and I laughed. She was invited too, but she went to see the CIA because that's awesome.
Shouldn't be telling them.
Shh. We could kill you. But we were at the beach. Okay, and Marissa looked all hot, and I'm there, and I'm just like burying myself with sand. Actually, you were burying yourself with sand at the second. I was just being normal.
Yeah.
And a boy went up to her and was like, "My friend thinks you're hot, but you are beautiful." And Marissa's like,
I said thank you.
Like,
I said thank you.
and I'm there, and I'm like, okay. And then I was like, hey, do you just want to go to the water so it's a little less awkward because we're like, they're right there, we're right here. And she's like, yeah, okay. So we go into the water and we're just, hanging out and stuff. And then we're running back because the waves started getting really big. And then I just tripped. Like, I was just like, and I was just like, maybe I should just stay here. And I was like, everybody saw that. The group of cute boys saw it. They all saw it. Because they probably did all see it. And I was just like, okay, well, we got graceful Marissa over here who's like, and then you got me over here and I'm like, hey guys, what's up? But that was really embarrassing because I tripped on sand in front of you guys, and I was just like, yep, I'm just gonna stay down here for a while. But that's pretty much my life story, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, my embarrassing story is, I guess I was like in 6th or 7th grade, and we were rehearsing for a choir concert. And so we were taking a break, and like I went to the bathroom, and I came back, and like I was like walking to my seat, and then someone told me I had like a long piece of toilet paper sticking out. And I was like,
you were that funny movie where the toilet paper is sticking out, and you're just like, how?
I didn't feel it, so I was like, oh my god. I was really embarrassed.
But the thing is, your guys's was like in the past. Mine was like a month ago.
Mine happened every single year.
Oh, that's true. She's got some really
I have
bad
really embarrassing stories. More embarrassing than
Yeah.
like all over the place.
Okay, read the last question.
Okay. Something that makes you nervous. Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna read the last ones that we did not answer after this one.
Something that makes me nervous. A lot of things make me nervous. I get anxiety attacks all the time, but something that actually, okay, I'll do something that most people like aren't afraid of.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of gremlins and like those movies that
Have talking animals.
have talking animals, like the real animals, like it's just a dog and it like talks. That's so freaky. It makes me so nervous, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's like, oh, freaky. Like, oh, that's so weird.
Okay.
I don't like that.
I'm gonna go into our past here. This is again with me and Marissa.
No.
No. Honestly, like, gun sounds make me nervous.
Oh, I was talking
I was
about that.
yeah, I was texting
Oh,
Morgan
yeah.
during this, but we were at the park and it was like Memorial Day, and the next thing I know, we were on the swings, and I just turned around for some reason. She's already on the phone, and I see a group of people running that way, and then I hear gunshots, and I see somebody running, and somebody running after them, shooting at them, and I'm like, Marissa, we gotta go.
It was the 4th of July,
It was
wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
It was
never
the
mind.
4th of
Yeah,
July.
it was
4th
yeah.
of July, War Memorial.
Yeah, never mind. It wasn't Memorial Day. It was 4th of July. But we were at Memorial Park.
Yeah.
Don't sue us. Whatever. But we just started walking fast, and I'm like going like this, and I'm like,
And people
okay.
were looking at us too.
Yeah,
we were like,
people were
someone just got shot. Someone just got shot.
And well, actually, a lot of people didn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we knew because we saw it. So I was just like, okay, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. We're gonna be fine. We're
Yeah.
gonna be fine. And I'm like texting my friends who were in the park, and I'm telling them to leave because,
saw that. So really, like, hearing those noises really, like, make me nervous. Like, it especially made me nervous, like, the first week that, you know, that happened, because I would just hear, like, a car, and I'd be freaked out because I'd feel like it was the sound of a gun. But actually recently, I don't know what I heard, but it was, like, it was out of nowhere, so I was, like, jumpy, and I was like, oh my gosh. It's like, it's not like movies anymore because, you know, you know a gun's gonna come out if it's a gangster movie or something like that. But when it's like unexpected and it sounds like a gun, it makes me really nervous. Even if I find out that it's like a car, I still feel like really nervous. I still feel like, whew. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I guess one thing that makes me nervous is centipedes.
I thought you were the bug person.
Okay. I'm okay with most bugs, but when it comes to centipedes, I can't.
Just them centipedes. Them being Senna and Pedes.
They're so scary. Like, I remember when I was a little kid, and I guess I, like, exaggerated it in my mind, but, like, my mom and I were, like, going for a walk, and Melody is, like, a baby, so she was in a stroller, and we were going for a walk at night, and I remember this, like, foot-long centipede on the sidewalk, and it was big and black, and it was just, like, crawling, and I was like, and I hate centipedes so much. They're everywhere in Hawaii. They're, like, everywhere, and they scare me. They really scare me.
Okay, I'm sorry, I already answered, but I also want to say clowns. I really want to say clowns. Like, I didn't even think about that until you said but until she said, like, centipedes, like, and I realized that you said gremlins. I was just like, oh, those are, like, ridiculous, but they're you know, like, understandable. And then I was like, clowns. Because you were talking about how you have, like, a bad memory with it. I also have bad memories with clowns. So okay, here, I'm going to read the other questions I wrote that we did not read, and there's one that we were particularly happy about. Well, me and Marissa. Well, Morgan's probably.
You just gave them my answer now.
But Morgan's probably happy that she didn't have to do that one either. Her phone fell. Okay, something that pushes your buttons, which meant, like, you know, what makes you kind of angry.
Could I answer that?
This one is, tell us about your favorite place in the world.
Oh, it's so easy.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Tell us about your first kiss. That one was the one we were all, like,
I did not.
weirded out. Like, we were like, oh, I hope
I wasn't
don't have to
weirded
answer
out.
that.
I just didn't have anything to say.
I didn't want to talk about it.
We don't all
Something
talk
that
about
makes
it.
you
We're all
weird.
nerds. Oh, and yeah, something that makes you weird. So, I mean, probably those other answers kind of, you know, answer the fact of what makes us weird, because we're just weird people in general. So thanks for sticking around with us and watching us answer silly questions. Bye!
Bye!